Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, as they match up with the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form, winners of 6 of their last 8. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick 1st down. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's put that team on the hook.
On 2nd down, Golden. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He finds Roberts, complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year, and he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action now. Jackson, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On 2nd down now, Golden. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
Excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Over here.
Dalton now to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, check line 33. Check line 33.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Mixon with a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. On second down, Golden. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because his vision, straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run on first down. Golden. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 52 yards. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Cloud, cloud. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. I got wide. I got wide. Check 43. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. On 3rd down, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From just shy of midfield, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Roberts. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
False start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has.
We're good.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and 10 for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Ross on the return. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it'll be third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Pick the edge. Come. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, Those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. Here's Matt Darr now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the... And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
25, check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Golden. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now here's Ross. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Bernard. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now to the air. Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Golden. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Jackson brought in left side by Snead. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Jackson, incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now it's Jackson, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bengals, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.